Am I live? I'm here. Margie's here. Margie, can you do me a favor? Can you copy this link and put it on Concerned Citizens on Facebook and let them know that I'm live right now at this link? I put up another link, and I got suspended from Facebook, so I can't post anything. So if you can share this link on the Concerned Citizens page on Facebook so that they know where to find me right now because I got suspended from Facebook, that'd be fantastic. That'd be fantastic. Trying to figure out how. Okay, so are you on your laptop or are you on a phone? I have to grab my water. Hi, Linda, you found us. I'm just waiting for some people to come in, and we're going to start talking about, I'm going to lower the music, and we'll start talking about the election. Oh, dear Lord. Taking it back. I was going to try to go live on Facebook from Dan's phone, but, you know. Linda, is there a way you can share? I don't know. Wait, Linda, are you on? Linda, if you're on Concerned Citizens, hon, can you share this link on Concerned Citizens so people know where to find me? So you're going to go to share. There should be a share button. Got it. All right. Bam. All right. You shared it? Okay. Cool. Thank you. I'm just waiting for some folks to get in. I'm waiting for Dan to get back because just give me one moment. I'll be right back. All right. Let's see what's going on here. This, and I need this. All right. Settle down, everybody. All right. Holy cow. Oh, geez, Chris, I don't even know who you are anymore. All right. Well, now I'm here. I feel like I'm with my girlfriend, so that's cool. Why did I get kicked off of Facebook? All right, let's start with that. Yeah, me too. Okay. Let's start. Hold on, I gotta get some water. So I got kicked off of Facebook, YouTube. Oh, YouTube should have a share button, and then when you press share, it's gonna give you some options. Like you could share it on Facebook, or you could just share the link. I recommend just taking the link, going to Facebook and sharing it that way. But if you can, it's not a big deal. I mean, I appreciate it. It's okay. I'm gonna end up posting this video on Facebook anyway. It'll be fine in pieces because it's probably gonna be long. So I hope you got your cigars, whiskey. It's optional. It's all optional. And let's do this. Okay, so I got kicked off Facebook. Because, okay, first of all, I should not be on Facebook. Nobody should really be on Facebook first thing in the morning. Like when you wake up, that shouldn't be an option. Okay. So it was like I woke up at like 7:20 and I probably made this. I looked at my phone and then I turned off this. Well, I switched the screen and it was on Facebook and I was like, let me scroll. And then I saw somebody ask a question and I answered it. And I got kicked off Facebook. All right, so the question was something to the effect of, and I don't remember exactly how it was worded, but it was something to the effect of, is it human life more valuable than private property? Well, like obviously that goes without saying, okay? When you're just saying those things, right? When you put it in the context that they want you to put it in, which is being acceptable of the riots, they want you to accept like riots and looting and stuff. That's really where this is coming from. So I answered it that way, but I answered it. I answered it how I would answer it because, whatever. I'm a little hood sometimes. I can't help it. So I said, if something pops off around me and mine, I'm going to defend it and pop off too. That's all I said. That's it. And I got suspended. Is that crazy? For that statement, like if something were to isn't that the whole purpose of the Second Amendment? Like if something were to happen around you and your family and your stuff, like your home, like we're setting buildings on fire. There's people inside those buildings, there have been people that died in these riots. So it's not like it's not self-defense. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. You got somebody? It's okay. What's up?
Hi.
I'm super live.
Oh, okay. I'm super saying hi.
Hi. Hey, what happened to the amaretto?
That's a bakery. There you go.
It was
You want to go get it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love you. Thank you. Sorry. So that's what I'm not doing whiskey. I'm doing amaretto. I got busted. But I have no liquor in my house. They generally don't. And unless we're in quarantine, then there is. So amaretto it is. Anyway, I got kicked off of that. So isn't that crazy? Like it's just crazy. But that's just 2020, and this is where we are right now with the country and with platforms like Facebook. And then, there are people out there that'll tell you, well, it's a private company. They can do what they want. Okay, but it's also a platform. And under Section 230, they're not responsible. They can't be sued for something somebody else says, which is something else we'll get into. And how that has to do with Tombstone. So, so people can say pretty much what they want, but they are allowed to set their own community standards, and as a private company, even though they have to allow people to say, what they want, and then suspend people that way. So it's really not fair. But anyway, they don't enforce their rules and their standards fairly. Anyway, equally. So that's what happens. People get suspended for thinking a certain way. But you guys know that. I hope you know that. If you don't know that, you should know that. Maybe that's why you're not seeing a lot of updates or status updates you're not seeing from people and from maybe certain pages you follow, because they've suspended them. So if you get at me on Facebook and I don't answer you, that's why. Okay. All right. So I want to just remind everybody that, like, I'm not responsible for other things other people say. I'm not responsible for other grown-ups, period. So I recommend, if someone is saying something that you don't like, that you approach them and not me, just because I moderate a page. That's like taking it to Facebook. I mean, it goes into all of this canceling, the suspensions of people, the canceling of everything that's going on. It's very fascistic, actually. It's highly fascistic. You want me to shut down someone else's speech because you don't like what they said. So why don't you just go to them and talk about it? So, or ignore it. But you literally want me to censor someone's, speech. Now, if it comes to a call of action that might be violent or dangerous, then obviously that would have to be handled differently. I would hope that if that was the case, the authorities would be called. You don't call me to take care of that, because I can't do nothing but call the cops. So if you don't like something somebody else says, go take it up with that person, please. Like, forever. I can't tell you how many people come beefing at me over someone else's words. Okay? Anyway, enough of that. Let's talk about the election. So the local elections, obviously, we know what happened. We're waiting for January. Does everyone get sworn in? I'm sorry I wasn't able to go to the last city council meeting, but I think January is when everyone else gets sworn in. Am I wrong? Well, not just that, Margarita. Not just that, Margie. You're putting yourself in danger when you're going to go out and riot and loot. People are getting hurt in the looting, and rioters and looters are like getting hurt and killed, and by other people, by other rioters and looters. I mean, they're getting hurt. So it's, they're putting themselves at risk just by doing it. Like, you have to expect people are going to protect their stuff, like, I don't know. They know the risk they're taking. Anyway, the elections. All right, whatever. We know what happened locally. We got some decisions to make. I hope everyone that did not get to vote yet goes to vote tomorrow. It's nice and easy in Tombstone. There's never like a real line, so get there when you can get there. I think they close the polls at 5:30. Could be wrong, maybe 6. We got Brandon Martin. He's going hard all over the county. I see his stuff like everywhere. I see it, in South Tucson. I see his signs everywhere. It's crazy. So he's working hard for it. Hopefully he gets elected and he'll work hard for us. Let's see. What do I got here? I think the president's just going to kick ass. I think if everyone goes to vote, there's a whole lot of energy. I hope those people actually go and show up at the polls or do their ballots. Because It's done. It's done. You can't compare the rallies. The media is so crazy. They don't show the numbers at these rallies. If you ever watch Donald Trump speaking at a rally, there's always crowds of people behind him. If you've ever watched Biden or Kamala Harris at a rally, there's nothing behind them. There's a backdrop, right? I mean, they can't find enough people to put in front of them, much less behind them. So, you don't see any Biden signs. I see them on cars. So, I mean, there's just no energy. There's no excitement for Joe Biden. Sorry, it's really crazy. It's also crazy. Like, if you listen, remember how I think I posed this question once, like, if I was in a coma and I woke up like today and I went into the coma in March, I'd be like, what? Oh my God, what the hell is going on? Put it like this. Like, you ever watch a movie? Like, I was watching a movie the other day. And I was like, when outlandish, fantastical, fictional things happen and it's just like, oh, that's bullshit. That would never happen. It immediately made me think of 2020. And I'm like, there's no way you would watch a movie about what happened this year and be like, oh, yeah. No, you'd be like, no way, that never happened. It's freaking happening. It's so crazy. It's like this ginormous brainwash of the media. They're like super, like, isn't it like obvious Biden's falling apart? Like, I feel so bad for this guy. Like, this is elder abuse. Like, isn't it obvious? Like, it's not just me, right? Like, please tell me it's not just me. I feel so bad for this guy. Make sure you get out and vote. Make sure you tell your people to get out and vote, your family. Remind everyone to get out. I'm on Facebook jail, so I can't vote. I mean, I can't vote. I can't go to Facebook. I can vote. But that's next. Soon they're gonna try to pass legislation for that. They'll never go, but soon they're gonna pass legislation for that. There are people that they're banning from PayPal because they're conservative, because they posted something in support of the president, or they posted something. They have Laura Loomer. She's actually running for Congress seats in Florida, but she's a YouTuber, and she's the one who cuffed herself to Twitter because they censored her. Anyway, she's a journalist, YouTuber, and they took her off PayPal. Her bank closed her account. They said they won't serve her anymore. Like, this is where we're at. I mean, it's crazy. She's a Jewish girl, conservative, in Fort Lauderdale. Look her up, Laura Loomer. I think it's Laura Loomer for Congress.com. I think that might be it. So it's crazy. There, if this isn't Orwellian, I don't know what is. Something like that can happen to her because she's just outrageously out there with her conservatism and journalism. Then I don't know what is. What's going on? There is a website. I don't know what it is. There's a website. Margie asked if there's a website that we can check to see if our ballot has been counted. I believe it's a Cochise County website. You can make me Google it. I'll Google it.
When you get a chance, just forward me the information for Kirk, okay?
Okay. Was my ballot Receipt counted. Accepted. I think accepted. Check ballot status. My.Arizona.vote. I'll write it in the comments. Where are we? Oh, here we are. What did I say? My.Arizona.vote. Arizona.vote. .com. .com. .vote. Just that vote. Okay. Those are my doggies. Here, them are so cute. I love them. / absentee. I love them. Absentee tracker. Oh, this is explicit. I'm sorry. My.Arizona.vote absentee tracker. I don't know. Anyone else know where to find your ballot? See if your ballot was counted. I don't know. I don't know where it is. I do know that there's going to be a lot of people crying on Wednesday. I hear. Oh, go. Okay, I have a question. What do you guys think? Listen, do you remember in 2018? I don't know if you guys followed the vote in 2018. We were voting for midterm elections. There was some seats up for the House. There was some seats up for Senate, and they ended up taking the House in 2018. The Democrats ended up taking the House in 2018. But do you remember there was like at least 3 or 4 out of those races, or maybe more, that the Republican was declared the winner, and then all of a sudden all these mail-in ballots were counted. Oh, we found all these ballots. Do you remember? God, you gotta remember. I'm gonna find. Do you remember, Margie? Are you saying yes? Do you remember? I'm gonna find the link right now. 2018 late mail-in ballots. What were they? Yeah, California. Here's one. San Francisco Chronicle says California's late votes broke big for Democrats. Because like these 30,000 ballots just appeared. What? Okay. Yes. Okay. So that's why they keep putting it out there. Okay. Even Joe Biden just said earlier today, he said that don't accept the results if if he declares victory, if Donald Trump declares victory, don't accept that under any terms. He was telling, I guess, his supporters, all 12 of them, and supposedly because of these mail-in ballots that are supposed to be coming in. But so if you remember a few months ago, they were like hardcore encouraging mail-in ballots. And now they are like, don't mail in your ballot. Like they're like, show up to vote instead, you know? And they're now discouraging mailing them in. So I am hoping that they're not doing that, because there was already in Michigan, in Ilhan Omar's district, they were harvesting ballots there. Thousands, and they were paying money. Project Veritas, if you go to YouTube, look up Project Veritas. They're excellent. Another journalism channel where they actually do exposés. They do investigations, and they only post stuff that they get film of, right? It's not like we were in the room when so and so said. No, we have it on camera, we have it on audio. Everything they put out is recorded and from the horse's mouth, literally. And so they got this lady she was getting $55,000 to harvest ballots, and she would get thousands of ballots, thousands. So I don't know how much of that is going on, and if that's maybe a plan here in this election. That's how they're going to do, because if you compare the energy from Trump support to Biden support, in Pennsylvania, there was 47,000 people. 47,000 people in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is one of those states. What are they called? Swing states. And it's huge. If Trump gets that, it's huge. So there's 47,000 people in Pennsylvania. Biden did a rally in Pennsylvania. There was 7. They were in circles. Little drawn out concentric stations. Yeah. So I don't see it happening. I don't see anything else but Trump winning. So make sure you go to the polls tomorrow if you haven't already dropped off your ballot. That was another thing. If you have a mail-in ballot, they were highly recommending that you go and you actually go to the recorder's office or whoever that is in the county and put it in there so it's safe and secure and it gets counted. We have a good system here, Bisbee, Cochise County. They're good people that work there. They're honest people, so I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about the other places in the country, like Michigan. So I don't know what's going on with that. It was hardcore proof that they were harvesting ballots, and who knows if you're never going to see that story in the mainstream media, right? You're not going to see NBC cover this. They're not covering this. You have to seek out your news alternatively. There's a few people, of course, that are more on the conservative side that I follow, but I really do try to follow a few liberals. And Linda says maybe they're afraid to come out. The Biden supporters, maybe, I don't know. They're not. I don't know. I see a lot of Biden supporters in the bigger cities. They have in the bigger cities, they have these really small gatherings. Nothing compared to Trump support. I don't know why they would be afraid. Trump rallies are actually quite peaceful. Trump parades. There's been one going on in Beverly Hills for 2 weeks now, and this is getting bigger and bigger. And there's no looting, there's no fires, there's nothing being destroyed. So I don't know. The crowds are small. There's no way. I just don't see the support. The energy is low. I don't see it. I'm drinking amaretto. It's delicious with some ice. But I'm just having this. It's like dessert. Anyway, it's crazy. Listen, so follow alternative news. I also, like I said, I also try to get like a more left perspective. It's really hard to find anybody who's like super fair in the middle and just objective. Like, this is what happened today. Come to your own conclusions, right? No, now it's like it's all editorialized. It's all opinion. So I like to follow Tim Pool. He's on Anomaly. Actually, Anomaly is a pretty good one. Um, he spells his name with a 0 where the O is supposed to be instead of an O. So that's how you find him. Anomaly. And so the other thing too, it's like hard to like be entertained. It's hard to be entertained these days. Bailey's and coffee. That sounds amazing. Amaretto and coffee is good too. Saying. So the it's hard to be entertained because there's all. Thankfully, I think some studios, like some Hollywood, and these people that are making films and on Netflix and all that, they're kind of all over the place now. They're kind of leaving Hollywood. I think they've learned their lesson and they stay away from like even subtle political messages in their entertainment. It's a little hard though because sometimes it's so politically correct that it's like not funny and it's not boring and it's like boring, especially comedy. Like comedy is not really that funny anymore. But I like a guy he makes fun of both sides like quite equally, and he's really funny, and you've probably seen him. He wears a purple shirt and he does yoga and he's funny as hell. He does like a lot of little short videos on YouTube. It's called Awaken with JP. I'm gonna write it right here. Listen, if you want to laugh, just if you're like, I just need to laugh for like 5 minutes, just pick any one of his videos and you're gonna laugh. Awaken with JP. Holy cow, you're gonna laugh. So funny. So I should be off Facebook jail tomorrow. I think I have like 14 hours or something. No, not 14 hours. I have less than that. So like 10. Yeah, so it was super sad. I got kicked off of Facebook for a few days, and it's like it was frustrating because like people were sharing things and I was like, oh, care, and I was like, I can't care, I can't heart. And so if you've tagged me in anything, I'm sorry I can't answer you. A few people have tagged me and stuff and I'm like, oh, that's nice, I can't do anything. I got some Halloween timeline stuff, which was good. Halloween was awesome in Tombstone. Need I remind you, I hate Halloween. It was just nice to see there was a lot of people out, and I hate Halloween. There's a lot of people out and they were having a good time and it was safe. Nobody got hurt. Everything was good. No, nothing crazy, dangerous, violent. It was good. So that's a win. I didn't dress, and we didn't do the flash mob because there was no zombie walk. And the idea was to do the zombie walk and then flash mob at some point, but it didn't happen. So maybe next time, but we sure know that dance, don't we? Well, you guys might not, but we've been practicing. There's a little Zumba cardio kickboxing class in town, and that's where we've been practicing. Halloween was good. What do you guys think? Do you think they're going to try to cheat? Do you think they're going to try to cheat? Do you think they're going to try to claim mail-in, like millions of mail-in ballots came in, because it's going to have to be millions, because I feel like the president is just killing. Listen, there's these young, it's not just like these old rappers that are like, yeah, Trump is, like Ice Cube was willing to work with Trump. Not that he was endorsing him, but he was saying, hey, I'll work with him because he's at least willing to work with me. And he didn't apologize for it, which is a lot of these people do. They are apologizing for stuff that they're doing with conservatives, or saying that reflects their values. They're apologizing for their values. Just stop doing that. Anyway, it's 20 yeah, I know. But what is it? The retrograde is supposed to be done tomorrow. So hopefully good things will prevail. We'll see. Anyway, yeah, so who knows? I hope not. At midnight, tomorrow at midnight, or tonight at midnight? Like in a few hours, like in 3 hours? See, I wish I was on Facebook. On Facebook? No, tomorrow. Boo. That's not November 3rd then. That's November 4th. If it's midnight. No? Am I wrong? Wait. Ha ha ha. Mother of pearl. Whatever it is. I'm hoping and praying. I'm hoping and praying that well, they're boarding up cities and they're boarding up the White House. They're not boarding up the White House. Could you imagine? Oh my God, that would be ridiculous. That would be apocalyptic. Like, they start boarding up the White House. It's done. Like, I hope you prep food. I hope like you are prepared, because it's over. But they didn't board up the White House. They are putting barriers around the perimeter of the White House, non-scalable. They describe them as non-scalable perimeter around the White House. So it should be interesting. Cities, New York City's boarding up. Los Angeles is boarding. All these big cities are all boarding up. So we already know. They already know Trump is going to win, and they're just preparing for these riots, which we should be grateful that we are where we are, because we're not going to see any of that. But it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. It's every time stuff like that happens, like big like that, it hurts the economy a little bit. It hurts the rest of us. I know it should be more than money. That obviously is more than money. It's a really scary time in our country's history. This is super historical right now. So I think that's crazy. Amaretto. I think I might share an Awaken with JP video in the group tomorrow, because that's funny. He's funny. Oh, what else is it? Oh, okay. Apparently in Paris, in France, you can't leave your house unless you have papers. You can't leave your house unless you have papers, like unless you have permission to leave your house for any reason because of COVID. Is that insane? That is insane. Like, they would never be able to enforce that here. Are you kidding me? But they're trying. They're trying. If they listen, they're doing it in France. I'm telling you right now, they're doing it. At least in Paris, for sure. They're doing it. It's crazy. Let's see. What else is going on? Have you guys heard any crazy headlines about the election? They're completely avoiding the Hunter Biden story. And they're actually claiming, oh, no, it's been proven false. And it's like, wait, the FBI is investigating it. I don't understand. All right. Listen, buddy. So I got suspended for 3 days, but I already got suspended for 24 hours twice before this. So I'm wondering if I'm suspended for 3 days now because I've already been suspended twice. Like, what's next? I have to be really careful. So stupid. This is where we live. This is what we allowed to happen. This is what we allowed, right? If we allowed, it wouldn't have gotten this far. But we allowed this to happen because generally people on the right, they're more agreeable. Okay, whatever. But now we need to really take care of our freedoms and push back and, demand that, we are the people of, and the country is ours. It doesn't belong to the politicians. So we have to make sure that they uphold the Constitution that gives us our freedoms, because that is what separates us from the rest of the world. And that is just a fact. What? All right, let's see. What's happening? What's happening? Trump is holding MAGA rallies everywhere. Everywhere. He was just in Kenosha, Wisconsin 30 minutes ago. My dude is everywhere. That guy has so much energy. I mean, day after day. And do you ever watch any of his rallies? Yeah, first of all, it's a trip. Because he cracks me up. He doesn't give a shit. He is like the honey badger. And maybe that's why some people don't like him. Listen, I know the president is wild. He's loud. He's bombastic. He's crass. But he gets it done. And he's not a bad guy. Just, we know a lot of people like that, but that aren't bad people, He gets stuff done. He gets it done. Puts in the work. He does what he says. He doesn't take money. He can't be bought. I mean, that's the whole thing behind this. That's why this whole thing is, I don't know, it's just crazy to me. I feel like how can this be really happening right now? Like if I read this in a book or if I watched this in a movie, I'd be like, yeah, there's no way that would happen in the United States. It's just crazy. Just in denial. Yeah, we are. But I just, oh gosh. What's up, Bruno? My dog's here. I'd show you, but he's crazy. He's all over the place. I don't know what he's sniffing for. Anyway. Yeah. I used to be a Democrat. I was a Democrat most of my life until Obama's second term. I think I didn't vote that election. I just didn't vote that election. And then obviously I voted in 2016. But yeah, because I was in New York, and if you're you're just kind of programmed and conditioned to vote Democrat if you're a minority, Spanish speaking. That's just what you did. But I realized quickly, I was like, these values don't line up with mine. And my family's values are actually quite conservative. And we ended up having conversations about it. And, we started voting differently. But it was, it's a conditioning. So that's why they say, they call it the plantation, the mental slavery, because it kind of is, right? Chelsea Handler is a perfect example of this. 50 Cent just came out and said, I don't want to pay 62% in taxes. Sorry about that. I don't want to pay 52% in taxes. Let me see about this. And so I'm voting for Trump. And then Chelsea Handler went on an interview with Jimmy Fallon and was like, I had to remind him he was black. And he couldn't vote that way. Like, if that's not racism, I don't know what is. So then I guess he listened to Massa, and I don't know. He said that he would, whatever. He didn't mean it. I don't know. Anyway, Chance the Rapper has come out for President Trump. Little Pump. These are all young rappers. Little Pump came out for President Trump. Little Wayne came out for President Trump. So I think this president is seeing a lot more. I would probably say he's probably going to see record Black American support than any other Republican president in my lifetime. So I don't know. That's just what I see. That's just what I witnessed, because I don't watch like NBC, ABC. I watch sometimes. I do, because I want to see what they're saying, because sometimes it's like crazy funny. And then you notice when Trump does a rally or there's the debate, they fact check him. Like front and back, like every single word he said. I mean, he takes a breath and they're like, fact check. He farts, fact check. Listen, have you ever seen them fact check Biden? Like, that is crazy. Like, I don't know. It's just so obvious to me. I'm wondering what it is that people who can't see it, what it is that's keeping them from seeing it, I guess. Like, CNN is not going to exist if Trump does lose, which he won't. But CNN won't exist because that's all they talk about. Their ratings are going to go. Their ratings are already crap. There's a guy, Louder with Crowder. He gets better views, more views than CNN or NBC or ABC or any of these guys that have shows that you can compare to his. And he's on YouTube. So all right, let's see here. Equity versus equality. Let's see. Equity versus equality. I didn't mean that. Barricade Garage. That's another YouTuber I follow. This dude, Barricade Garage. He makes really funny videos. He's like a Motorhead dude. He makes really funny. Yeah, here's a story about Chelsea Handler doing what she did to 50 Cent. That was just wrong. That's so racist. I had to remind him he was black and he wasn't allowed to vote that way. And I'm like, oh, dang. That really just happened. Look it up. It's Chelsea Handler and Jimmy Fallon. I'm not making it up. That was wrong. That was wrong. But that's what that is the real message, though. I mean, that's how they be conditioning people. Trump landslide. Crazy. Rudy Giuliani gives 0 Fs. He's crazy. He's out there. He don't care. Come on, what's up with Hunter's pictures, though? For real. Those are real pictures. And he looked like a real crackhead in those pictures. How come nobody's talking about Hunter Biden? You know, if that was Donald Trump Jr., it would be everywhere. You know, the pictures would be everywhere if it was a Trump kid. Come on. You have to admit this. It's all about money. All right. I don't want to have to edit this too much tomorrow. It's already going on an hour. So, Awaken with JP. Check that out. That is a funny YouTuber. If you want to laugh, and he's just like one of these real comedians that just talk about real stuff and he just makes it funny. Okay. myarizona.vote to check if your ballot was counted or accepted yet. my.arizona.vote. my.arizona.vote. Okay. I think that's it. All right, y'all. I'm out. I love you.